All right, folks, here we go. It's time for the NFC Championship game preview right here, ATS.io. I'm Brian Blessing. Don't forget, Adam Burke will have great info for you all week long on his podcast. Every weekday, I'll join Adam on Tuesday, and we're talking about Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers, Tampa Bay, Lambeau Field at Green Bay. Opening number, Packers -4. The total on the game is 4. Tom Brady appearing in his this is not a typo or a verbal miscue. 14th championship game, first NFC championship game. He's got these guys this far. Bottom line is it took Brady time to get to know these guys. Runs hot and cold with Arians for a while. Antonio Brown shows up. All of a sudden, the running game's going again, and this team looks pretty salty, and the defense, Devin White was spectacular. They forced Drew Brees into 4 turnovers, get the 30-20 win. And the bottom line was Brady was smart with the football, and the defense provided the offense with field position that they turned into instant points. Nice formula for a win. And don't forget, Brady, all those years, all those home games he played in the playoffs, now wins back-to-back road games, beats the Redskins. It wasn't easy, beats these guys. And now they've got to jump into the deep end of the pool, go into Lambeau in the cold. How cold? 24 degrees a week out. That's the forecast. Maybe flurries up in Wisconsin. But the Packers relish those conditions. We'll see how Tampa Bay goes up there and deals with the weather. And you have to take the weather with a grain of salt because it can change like that. But Tampa Bay's going up there. And this is a rematch game now. Don't forget about that. October 18th, week 6, 38-10, and it was a 38-10 win for the Bucs. It was a blowout. Packers scored the first 10, 28 points unanswered in the second quarter for Tampa Bay. They got a pick 6 in there of Rodgers. It was just one of those weird games where the Pack it was their bad day at the office this year, and every team seems to have one or two of those. So that day went Tampa Bay's way. But now you look at this last game, Green Bay knocking off a stingy Rams defense. Lazard was part of the equation, 4 catches, 96 yards. And Valdez-Scantling's there. You always try to take away Adams. And for the most part, the Rams did a decent job of that. He had 9 catches, but only 66 yards, did get a touchdown. The real story at the right time of the year is Green Bay. And when you're worried about Aaron Rodgers, if you've got a running game, look out. And the running game is now a 3-headed monster with Jones, Williams, and the Dillon kid is a big, heavy back who's got quick feet and runs downhill. So the Packers' running game is singing like a top. They got the stud breakout year from the tight end. So this Green Bay offense has been electric. Honestly, the way this works for Tampa Bay, they've got their weapons too, and Fournette and Jones have been running the football. You've got Gronkowski, you've got Evans, you've got Brown. They've got plenty of weapons themselves. But in all likelihood, this is a football game where the turnover battle is going to be the difference. And Tampa Bay's defense got it done against Drew Brees in New Orleans. Can they turn Rodgers and the Packers over and give Brady the short field? The one thing that is remarkable about Brady, and you got to give him credit, he is throwing the ball as good as he ever has. And he got another quarterback sneak for a touchdown. He's the best in the history of the game at the quarterback sneak. Tampa Bay, they made it to the spot, one game away from the Super Bowl where Brady can get him there again. He knows how to do it. Rodgers has done it as well. It's an interesting showdown. Again, the number, Green Bay -4. The total is 51. And again, on the total side of things, you got to wait a little bit and to see what the weather's going to be. Wind's the big deal. If they're sliding around, these guys can produce tons of points. But it's an interesting dynamic. I would say this, Brady's such a public guy. I think there'll be some love for Tampa Bay. This number maybe comes down to 3.5. I think you'll see some Bucs money early, but an interesting showdown. Rodgers and Brady to go to the Super Bowl coming up this Sunday.